Oh, hello and welcome back to the Obscure Artist. I'm nearly finished my painting. I was going to finish it today, but I have to do something for one of the little guys, or he'll be terribly upset with me. We can't do that, because we never heard a fucking end of it. But yes, it's looking well. It's looking well. Very happy with this so far. Like I said, not much to finish it. Oh, so I said last time about artists that I like, and I forgot to write down some names, but not going to name all of them. But you have Norman Rockwell, of course. Everyone called him an illustrator. I think he's an artist. I've talked about that before. I think he's a class act. I mean, we've only got his work to look at, like any artist. So we can't really say what it was like to live in the time they lived in the environment, what the psychology was. Every age has a different set of silly. I mean, like the age we have now has got to be the craziest. It's definitely not right. But Norman Rockwell, yeah. It's like a propaganda machine. For good. A good idea. A good ideal. But I loved his visuals anyway. I loved the way he put them together. It blew my mind when I saw him discussing on a national television chat show about his process where he'd use cameras and projectors, and then you're looking at his paintings and you're like, well, of course. Why do we not say that? Same could be said for all that Caravaggio has a few telltale signs that he used a projector of a sort. You know, the one that projects it upside down, limbs are elongated. And it's not something to be ashamed of. There's a lad in Germany, I've been watching some of his stuff, and he's absolutely no problem discussing a professional artist studio. What is in it, what you don't know is in it, all the instruments, technologies that could be used, should be used, because at the end of the day, you do whatever you do to get your idea on the canvas. And that's all it is. It's just another, it's like your brush, your pen, your pencil. I tried it a few times, but I seem to make it worse. I don't really need it for what I've yet. But it's like, fuck. Some people I know looking at their work, you just know that they use. And then they'll put in they'll box up the canvas and make it look like a fucking cop on, guys. So don't be so embarrassed. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's fine. All you're doing is saving yourself time, which, let's be fair, is a good thing. Still going to take you however, you might take. I know when I was trying it out for a while, it would because I was doing a big canvas. I don't know, it might have chopped 2 weeks off the prep work. You still had it for months. Because it took you months to realize you fucked it up. But it's not necessary for me. I don't really need it. It's more fun to fuck around with some charcoal and just make a mess and fix the mess. And hey, there's your painting. But there was a guy who died last year. I have no fucking room. Jack Vetriano. I've only all these little books now that I was collecting. This gentleman, a Scotsman with an Italian name. Plenty of brilliant Scotsmen with Italian names. What was this? Free flight, hour rest. Brilliant. They're brilliant hour rests. In case you're into archery. That's weird. I was just talking to someone about that. Yeah, but this guy was so stylized. You know what I mean? You should check him out. There's a lovely little YouTube video, like a mini documentary, or a day in the life or something. And it's nice. Very sensitive dude. Look, everyone's doing what they can to get their work out there and sold, like all the time. He did very well. He made a lovely living for himself off of his work. Jack Vetriano. Check him out. He's very good. He's got some cool fucking paintings. He's one of my favourites. Dare I say top 10? I know people go nuts when you say, well, my top 10, da 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 da. But I think sometimes if you write it down what your top 10 is, and then, 6 months later, do another top 10 and see what's changed. It's just fun. Just a little bit of fun. But yeah, he and Norman Rockwell are definitely in my top 10. Munnings is another guy. He's got some fantastic paintings. I got a cool a trilogy of books of Munnings, but it's his biography. It's like a trilogy. 3 big, chunky, red, beautiful books. I've yet to finish them. It's all old English. So sometimes, what the fuck? What are you saying? And if you're looking to get a book on his art, this is not for you, okay? This is just more about a guy talking about growing up, where he grew up, when he grew up. And, art gets mentioned a lot. Horses get mentioned a lot. But he doesn't pour over them and give you all where he was coming from with them, That's just not what he does. But it's interesting nonetheless, because he was a cranky fucker. Temperamental. I'll get around to reading them all at some stage, I'm sure. But Munnings, yeah, he's got some beautiful paintings with the horses especially. And I'd have to put Monet in there. Not Renoir. Van Gogh, maybe. I say Van Gogh. Van Gogh. I say Van Gogh. It's just nice and tidy. No nonsense. So yeah, so let me go. No, it's not in order, but we have Mr. Vetriano. We've Norman Rockwell. We've Caravaggio. We have Monet, Van Gogh. So that's what, 5? Top 5 maybe? Then there's the Michelangelo Buonarroti, who is just a fucking freak, okay? Talk about a one-off. Everyone goes on about Leonardo da Vinci. I don't see it. I don't get it. Michelangelo, for me, is the artist above all artists. What that guy accomplished in his lifetime. It's crazy. And again, factor in the time he lived, all the wars, the trouble he had with the Pope. Yeah, they're crazy people. But they're kind of, oh yeah, and then there was Jackson Pollock. I looked into Jackson Pollock. I liked a lot. Why I like Jackson Pollock, there's a cool documentary someone made about him. And he's painting on glass, and the camera's kind of underneath the glass, and everyone gets so caught up with the mechanical aspect of what he's doing. But when he steps back, there's one scene where he steps back in a gallery and he's describing, and it's very spiritual, is probably the wrong fucking word. But it's definitely very interesting. There's something there. There's something otherworldly that he captures beautifully. And just because you go flicking paint on a canvas doesn't make you fucking Jackson Pollock. I tell you. And he was a crazy But yeah, they're they're the ones that come straight to mind. But then there's a more, we'll say, current. There's a gentleman called Mr. Hook. He's where's he from? Not Spain, Gibraltar. He's from Gibraltar. He was on some Portrait Artist of the Year TV show, and he won it out. He's a class act. He does a lot of horses as well. I just love the horse paintings, especially the way he does them. He does he's got a cool take on them. But he goes off, then he does other weird shit. But when he comes back to the horses, I'm interested. I don't know why. Because probably that's what I'm stuck on at the moment, is horses, or you know what I mean. There's plenty of others, I'm sure. There's that lad in America, the French lad, whose name escapes me. I remember. I'll write it down for the next time, because he's epic. He's the guy now that reminded me a little bit of Norman Rockwell, in a weird fucking kind of way, but it's cool. I like his work. His work is fantastic. It's beautiful. He's got a rich knowledge about how to frame an image, and he lives in a beautiful part of the world. He's got easy access, as they say, to some fantastic landscape. I mean, it's fucking epic. It's nuclear. It'd be easy, I imagine, for anyone who's got artistic inclinations to do something pretty cool. But his vision is very, very cool, and I'm a big fan, and I like it a lot. There's another bunch of folks that I'm kind of looking at the moment when I get a chance. But nothing's sticking at the moment. But I would never actually have looked at artists before. In my bubble. Making my same mistakes all the time. Probably still now. But yeah, it's good to look out and to see and to learn. Well, you're not learning. Are you learning? You kind of are, I suppose. Trial and error. You're taking bits on subconsciously or consciously, and you'll apply them to what you're doing, and most of the time it just doesn't fly. But it's fun to try. Come at it from a different angle. But then again, like I said, you can walk up your canvas with all these great new ideas, and for whatever reason, none of them are applicable to your moment in front of the canvas. You know, I was going to show you this now, but I don't want to. Because I was thinking when it's finished now, I'll do a thing. But it's finished-ish. It's not really. No. It's not far away. But anyway, look, I gotta go. I gotta do the thing for the young fella. Oh yeah, here's my little collection of stuff. Tools. I'll show you the studio. Do the podcast down there. Yeah, that's a work in progress. That's been a work in progress for the last 6 months. And that's where we do the Blackbird podcast. That's the Blackbird painting. Very nice, very nice. Yes. It's a bit of a mess. It's always a bit of a mess. Here's my fucked up doors. And we'll swing around here now. That's... I don't know. I think there's a nice movement, a nice energy in that at the moment. There's one I did a few years ago, I think. I liked the idea of it, but I don't know that I executed it correctly. I want to get away from the dark shit. I want to do more bright. This is nice, but it's very dark. It's very big as well. It's too big. So, you know, lots to do. And I shall not bore you any longer. I'm going to go now. and I shall let you know when this is finished. I'll post it as soon as it's finished. I've got names now coming into my head. Just two names that are kind of fighting each other. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I gotta go now and do this. I've got something on the table I have to finish. I'm on the clock, as they say. Good luck. Paint, read, write, do stuff. And yeah, talk to you later.